June morning in 1926, a 25-year-old African-American man named Jim Williams was strapped into Florida's brand new electric chair. He sat there terrified, waiting to die. But no one could agree on who was supposed to flip the switch. What should have been a routine execution turned into complete chaos, and Jim Williams became the first man to walk away from old Sparky alive. This is the curious, tragic, and redemptive story of Jim Williams, the man who survived Florida's electric chair before it even earned its deadly nickname. Welcome to the Crime and Punishment Vault. Jim Williams was a 25-year-old African-American man living in Palatka, Putnam County, Florida. On April 10, 1926, he was convicted of murdering his wife and sentenced to death by electrocution. His execution was scheduled for June 1, 1926 at Florida State Prison in Rayford. At the time, Florida had just adopted the electric chair as its new method of execution. Old Sparky was still a fresh, untested machine, and on that day it was about to star in a very strange show. Williams was led into the death chamber and strapped tightly into the wooden electric chair. He sat there terrified, waiting for the end. But then, nothing happened. An argument erupted between prison officials over who should actually throw the switch. The death warrant signed by Governor John Martin was confusingly worded. It ordered both the prison superintendent James Simeon Blitch and the Putnam County Sheriff R.J. Hancock to be present. But it never clearly said who was supposed to be the executioner. The sheriff sent 2 deputies instead, and both refused to throw the switch. Superintendent Blitch also refused. The men stood there arguing for many long minutes while Jim Williams sat strapped in a chair, drenched in sweat. Finally, they called the governor. The execution was stopped. Jim Williams was returned to his cell. Despite 2 additional death warrants, his sentence was eventually commuted to life imprisonment. He had survived old Sparky before it had even claimed its first victim. The experience left deep scars. He refused to sit in a barber's chair because it reminded him of the electric chair. In 1934, while working on a prison road gang, Williams saw a woman and her baby in danger from a charging bull. He jumped from the moving truck and saved them. For this act of heroism, he was granted a conditional pardon and released on December 23, 1934. Williams' story reached folk singer Will McLean. He wrote a ballad about it, but mixed up some of the details. The song tells of a man who survived the chair and later saved a woman from a bull, vowing never to sit again. In the final verse, someone asks if he kept his vow. The man replies, "I ain't set yet." Jim Williams disappeared from the public record after his release. We may never know if he kept his vow. But his strange brush with old Sparky remains one of the most human and peculiar stories in the early days of Florida's electric chair. This has been another chapter from the Crime and Punishment Vault. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe and join the vault. Which strange execution tale should we open next? Tell us in the comments. Until then, the vault closes.